Hailing from the great cold state of Alaska, I am the Frozen Gamer, and today I want to talk to you guys about the Switch's rumored specs, and more specifically, why it is that I'm not worried. So here are my top 10 reasons of why it is that I'm not worried about the Switch's power. Number 10. If I want the best looking games, I can get it on PC. The reality is, no matter what system you get, PC is always going to be superior. And considering that PC will always give me the most beautiful and best performing version of any game, it makes little sense to me to go to the Switch for that, or even to the more powerful PS4. PC will always be my first choice when it comes to those titles, but there are other reasons I'd buy a game on Switch over PC. Number 9. The rumored specs are not confirmed. While we can certainly say that Eurogamer and Digital Foundry are reliable sources, it has also been said that the specs they refer to are those of the dev kits from July and not the later ones given out in October. Since basically every video game company has had multiple versions of their dev kits leading up to a console's launch, it's definitely possible that the leaked specs are based on older dev kits and do not match with the final model being released in March. Furthermore, without seeing the system in action in person, it's impossible to say whether or not the numbers are as big of an issue as they've been made out to be. Until we see those games in action, we can only speculate. And finally, Nintendo hasn't said anything yet, nor has Nvidia, and until the final product is released in Digital Foundry or someone else gets their hands on it, it's still just a rumor and speculation. Number 8. The Switch is different than the competition. Now, while being different isn't always a good thing, see the Wii U, this is one instance where being different could be to their advantage. Nintendo is trying to do something that has not been successfully done before, and has never been truly attempted by Sony, let alone Microsoft. Making it so that a home console can be taken with you in a nice portable factor to continue your games on the go is a big deal, especially for those who have to commute or travel frequently. Now, yeah, some people could say, oh well, you can get a gaming laptop, and that's portable. But I mean, come on. It's really not anywhere near as portable as what we're seeing with the Switch. I had a gaming laptop for years that I used, and believe me, I definitely got use out of it. I took advantage of that, but it was not something light and easy to lug around. Fact of the matter is, it was kind of a pain, especially as it got later on to where my laptop was getting so warm that I had to carry around a cooling pad with me constantly. So it's just one more thing to lug around in addition to my backpack with my 17-inch laptop. And the Switch is not that. It's considerably smaller, much more portable, and as such, you really can't compare the two. And so, even if we look at those who spend most of their time at home, who don't have to commute or travel, sometimes people don't want to have to be tied to their TVs all the time. And unlike Wii U's off-TV play, the Switch doesn't have the limitation of range since the hardware is in the tablet itself. You don't have to worry about it streaming to the tablet like you did with the gamepad. Instead, it's actually right there in the palm of your hands. Number 7. The gimmick is a lot more practical and useful. While Wii U used the gamepad as a means for second screen experiences and off-TV play, the Switch has none of that. Developers no longer have to feel like they have to do something unique with the second screen, because it's not even an option. Now, all developers have to worry about is making a game scale between being played on the TV and being played on the go. And if the rumors are true of what we've heard, games are much easier to port, so doing that seems like it would be relatively simple, comparatively speaking. It's kind of like when you run a game on PC, you have the option to scale the graphics down or up depending on the power of your rig. Sounds like Switch is pretty much the same thing, except the difference is that you can either have it docked into the TV, in which case obviously it will run better and prettier and everything else, or you have it on the go. Number 6. The marketing is already vastly improved over Wii U. A lot of people were confused by the Wii U when it was first announced, believing it to be an add-on to the Wii. The terrible, terrible name Wii U definitely did not help with that misconception. Wii was marketed mostly to the same casual audience that helped the Wii to sell like gangbusters, but Nintendo failed to explain what really made the Wii U special, and did such a poor job marketing the system that it sold only 13 million to date. That's 8 million shy of their next worst selling console, the GameCube. And of course, obviously, this doesn't count the Virtual Boy, because you really can't count that system. But with the Switch, they've already garnered nearly 23 million views on their YouTube reveal trailer. That's just on their page. That's not counting all the views that have happened through other different YouTubers who have published the video to their pages. That's not counting all the numerous other sites that have posted the video or have uploaded it to their sites. I mean, that's a lot of freaking views, and that's just one video. And so, that in and of itself is already a big deal, and that's the only advertising that they've done officially, apart from the recent appearance on Jimmy Fallon. And at least from the Jimmy Fallon YouTube page, that's already garnered 5 million views, and that's just his page. The other thing is that they're also actually advertising to 20 to 30 somethings instead of children and families, which they should have done with the Wii U, but they didn't. And the name itself, the Switch, especially when it's coupled with the reveal trailer, communicates very well what the system is and what makes it so special. Now, at this point, I'm going to move on into part 2, so come on back for the next video if you want to hear the last 5 reasons why I'm not worried about the Switch.